a job can be really hard these days, especially when you don't know how to showcase what soft skills you possess. This video is going to show you just how important soft skills are in obtaining a job. We've asked some business professionals and current working students what they think that soft skills mean. If you're wondering what soft skills are, they're skills that encompass someone's personality and ability to work well with others. Some examples are having a positive attitude, strong work ethic, and time management abilities. After watching this video, I hope you're more aware of what you can bring to a job interview. Now let's see what our prospects have to say. We asked professionals and students what they think is most important when looking to hire someone or get hired.
Attitude, capabilities, and desire. I run across a lot of people that are just looking for a job. I want somebody that's looking to work for my company, that knows something about my company, that knows what jobs are available, how they can add to what we're doing at my facility. Somebody that is just looking for a job doesn't interest me. I want somebody that wants to work for my company and can bring something to the table of how they can help us.
I think you look a lot of how their eye contact is, how they present themselves, are they answering the questions directly, if that person is a really good fit with the team that you're hiring them into. I think those are critical.
I think one of the most important things when you're looking to get hired is definitely your resume. I think your portfolio and your resume are two of the most important things. You really want to make sure that you're representing yourself, and you want to be able to leave something with that person that you want to be hired with that's really going to say, hey, look at me and this is what I'm able to do.
We asked employers what sticks out most to them when someone comes in for an interview, and students what they think is the most important thing to do in an interview setting.
When we have an employee that comes in to interview or to put application in, what we look at first is their hard skills, their technical skills, where they fall in the range of an inexperienced employee to the most experienced person that we have. And then we look at their willingness to learn. What is their drive? How motivated are they? Do they want to learn? Do we just by talking to them, we can pretty much feel if they're really motivated to get in there and start at a mid-level or entry-level job and work their way up to the top-level employees.
For me, I think you should always make eye contact. A lot of employers say that wandering eyes kind of give them, I guess, a misconception of you're holding something back. So eye contact, smiling, and a polite demeanor will get you a long way.
Professional, be on time. I mean, any type of etiquette, shake hands, you know. When you come in, just don't plop down, be early, on time, and just general professionalism is most important in an interview setting, because if you come in slack, you might be slack on the job.
I think going into an interview setting, your personal presentation is super important. You want to be able to look like a professional, and that's your first impression, and you really want to make a mark.
We wanted to know from the student standpoint what they think they have done in the past that helped them get a job.
One thing that I have done in the past is use follow-up notes and follow-up emails. I believe that this is the best way for your future employer to know that you are willing to go the extra mile to receive their attention.
I think personality plays a really key role in getting a job. Not only do you want to be around someone every day who you enjoy, but that person wants to be around you also. So it's very important to establish a relationship with them that says, hey, I'm easy to work with and you can get along with me as well.
Networking. I try to get around people that's positive and people that's in that career field, that's doing something with the community. I try to connect with them so I can learn how to be and just how to conduct myself to possibly get that job in the future.
We asked our professionals how often they communicate in the workplace.
I communicate all day long. We have several meetings throughout the day. In the morning, we communicate through email. So it's important to be able to communicate with my peers and to communicate down to the leaders that report to me, and then to communicate to my associates as well. So communication is very, very important where we work.
Communication is extremely important in the workplace on a two-way street. First of all, certainly the way that the employer has to communicate the direction to the candidate as well as the associate, and how that candidate and associate also responds back to them, making sure that there are clear understanding on both sides.
We communicate constantly, and that is absolutely critical in performing our job to the expectations. So you need to communicate with everyone. You need to make sure that they understand what you're communicating and get that appropriate feedback, and making sure that they understand what you're saying, and making sure that you understand what they're saying.
Daily. I'm in contact with my employees on a daily basis. Everything from checking on production to seeing what issues and problems exist, learning what it is they need to do their jobs. So the communication is a two-way street. I want to ask them questions, I want them to ask me questions. We're all in it together. If I'm successful, they are. If they are, then I am. And if neither one of us are, then it's usually due to a lack of communication, a lack of knowing what's needed to get the job done.
What comes to mind when you hear the term soft skills?
You have to have someone with good customer service skills. So that's always important to me. You know, did they show leadership? Did they show that they can complete, thoughts? How are their communication skills? Those are always things that stand out to me in an interview.
Promptness is also with soft skills, being prompt and answering emails. If someone emails you, you want to email, as soon as possible. You don't want to just put the email off.
When I hear the term soft skills, I think of listening, reasoning, thinking, communication type skills, how you process information, just how do you interact with a team, and those kind of things. How do you respond with your coworkers?
One thing that I think of when I think of soft skills is being quick on your feet and being flexible. You must know what to do, when to do it, and how quick you can do it, and being efficient at it.
Soft skills to me are those things that may not pertain exactly to the position. They apply to the job as a whole. Being on time, being at work every day, knowing how to communicate, both written and orally, being a team player, following instructions, asking questions when there's uncertainty rather than just doing it and doing it wrong, being of value and an asset to the company rather than just an employee. Those are the things that are important to me beyond the particular skills and or capabilities to do the job at hand.
Some of what you've heard today are things like being on time, open-minded, confident, and a team player. Now that you know a little bit more about soft skills, I encourage you to use those skills and be proactive, not only in getting a job, but keeping it and advancing throughout your career.